What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Celio's Network for a card spotlight on Cherrim from Battle Styles, which is the next main set coming out on March 19th. This card spotlight was requested by two of my patrons, Tom and John, so thank you guys for requesting this card as my card spotlight for today, and also for being a patron of mine over at patreon.com/Celio's Network. Before we get into this video, shout out to PotownStore.com, the best place for you to get PTCGO codes, and be sure to use code Celio for 5% off. So Cherrim is a new stage 1 grass type Pokemon from Battle Styles, and the ability Spring Bloom is what we'll be looking at here. It's interesting for two reasons. The first being that it includes the phrase rule box Pokemon, and if you haven't heard about this already, the rule box Pokemon are going to be Pokemon EX, Pokemon V, Pokemon GX, Pokemon VMAX, and Prism Pokemon. So any Pokemon that has a rule at the bottom of the card about how the mechanic on it works. So Spring Bloom says accept Pokemon with a rule box. So this ability allows you to attach a grass energy card from your hand to one of your Pokemon as often as you like, except for Pokemon with a rule box. So we'll only be attaching this to essentially single prize Pokemon. So keep that in mind while we're discussing this card. The energies from the Spring Bloom can't be directly attached to a Pokemon V, Pokemon VMAX, Pokemon GX, Pokemon Prism, etc. But you could always find a way to move those energy from non-rule box Pokemon to rule box Pokemon, or maybe even there will be a cool way to do that in the future. I think the ability Spring Bloom has a lot of potential, and it only gets more potential as more colorless non-rule box Pokemon and grass non-rule box Pokemon are released, or like I said, Pokemon that can move those energies from non-rule box to rule box Pokemon. So today I'm going to look at some cards that I think can pair with this Cherrim really well. I'd also like to point out that it has a restriction, but it has a different restriction than the Frostmoth card, which can do essentially the same thing but for water energy. Now Frostmoth can only attach those water energy from hand to basic water Pokemon. Cherrim can attach them anywhere to any type of Pokemon, but they have to be non-rule box Pokemon. So the next card I want to talk about is because this is going to be the main combo we're talking about for Cherrim today. That card's Tapu Bulu, also coming out in Battle Styles, and I think this is a card that a lot of people have their eye on as a natural partner for Cherrim. So Tapu Bulu is a basic grass Pokemon. It does not have a rule box, so we're good to go for the ability on Cherrim. And the second attack, Nature's Judgment, for grass colorless, does 80 plus damage. You may discard all energy attached to this Pokemon. If you do, this attack does 80 more damage. So Nature's Judgment will do 160, and on a basic non-EX, non-GX, non-V Pokemon, that's pretty solid because you'll be two-shotting just about everything with this. And you can even one-shot the Dene GX, or, you know, gust up an Eldegoss and hit it with a Zigzagoon, then put in a Vitality Band, and you can even one-shot an Eldegoss. So you can one-shot support Pokemon. The 80 chip damage is pretty nice without even discarding, because you can hit some smaller support Pokemon like the new Manaphy and new Celebi coming out in Shining Fates. And like I said, 160 is going to be two-shotting just about everything that's relevant, and you can fix those numbers even for the Pokemon that go a little above 320, like Urshifu VMAXs and Eternatus VMAX. So there are pretty cool tools and useful tools coming out in this set alongside these cards that are also going to help other single prize Pokemon and other energy acceleration decks. So right here I just have the basic math laid out. 160 plus 160 is going to be 320 if you use that Nature Judgment attack twice. You might be using it from separate Bulus since they do only have 130 HP. They're going to be knocked out fairly easily, but you're trading these single prizers for hopefully double prizers or even triple prize Pokemon, and you only have to set up a stage 1 Pokemon to get that energy acceleration going. And like I said, Frostmoth would have to put it onto the benched Pokemon. This can go onto the Tapu Bulu even if the Tapu Bulu is already active, so there's less pivoting needed for that reason. So Level Ball is one of the cards that I think will help out this archetype and other archetypes like it a lot. Level Ball just simply searches your deck for any Pokemon with HP 90 or less. So you can search out both the Cherrim and the Cherubi with this. You'll just be using Quick Balls for the Tapu Bulu itself, but to get out those support Pokemon, the Cherrim line, and maybe even some other support Pokemon like Jirachi Amazing Rare, the new Celebi I was talking about, the new Manaphy I was talking about. Level Ball is going to be really good for getting out all of the support Pokemon, and then Quick Ball can be saved just for the Tapu Bulu. Energy Recycler is also coming out in Battle Styles as a reprint, and Energy Recycler is also pretty simple. It just shuffles 5 basic energy from your discard pile into your deck, and if you're discarding 3 every turn with Nature's Judgment, that's definitely going to be substantial to have around. Sometimes Energy Retrieval might be better, sometimes Training Court might be better, but I imagine a deck like this would run some combination of the 3 for the specific situations where you need more energy into the deck, or you just need 2 energy to hand. But the Training Court Energy Retrieval combo should work pretty well, but I wanted to mention the Energy Recycler since it is a reprint coming out here that should be pretty useful for the deck. Like I mentioned, 2 Nature's Judgments for the full effect will be swinging for 320, and Urshifu VMAX, which is a new Pokemon coming out in Battle Styles, which should be very popular and very good, has 330 HP, so Galarian Zigzagoon's Headbutt Tantrum can help you reach that extra damage that you need. Only needing 1 Galarian Zigzagoon to reach our combo is honestly very good. So we just need to hit for 160 2 times, and then somewhere in the matter of like 2 to 3 turns get down 1 Galarian Zigzagoon to finish off the damage. Now the Shaman Prism I have here, you might remember I said Prism Stars do have the rule box. As you can see, Prism Star rule on the Shaman Prism. So Cherrim cannot attach directly to Shaman, but it can attach to all of the other Pokemon, and you can just attach 1 manual to Shaman, then next turn attach your manual attachment for turn to Shaman, and you can use Flower Storm. So Flower Storm does 30 damage times the amount of basic energy attached to all of your Pokemon. So 2 manual attachments to a Shaman Prism on the bench, and then as many energy as you want to dump on the board to everything else. If you can get something like 10 energy down, then you're doing 300 damage for 2 energy with the Shaman Prism. So I don't think this is a card to be slept on in this deck. I don't think this whole deck and the entirety of it is something to be slept on. I think there's a lot you can do with it and a lot that Cherrim can do, and this is Cherrim's first set. It's just coming into standard, so I think there will be plenty of potential and future opportunities for the card as well. So why don't we talk about those? So one future potential thing I see is something like Metal Trans or Energy Trans or Grass Trans. There's been plenty of names for them, but this is an ability we've seen throughout the card game since base set. So the ability Metal Trans on this Bronzong that's coming out in Battle Styles, it lets you move your metal energy from your Pokemon to other Pokemon on your board as often as you like. Now that doesn't help Cherrim, but what I'm saying here is if we see an ability like this for grass Pokemon, that is how we could use the Cherrim to pseudo accelerate energy to VMAX or V or GX Pokemon. So if we got like a Sceptile with Energy Trans that says you can move your grass energy as much as you like a turn, you could use Cherrim to accelerate it to something like Tapu Bulu, and then that hypothetical Energy Trans Sceptile to move it over to your Venusaur VMAX or whatever you want to move it to. So there's a lot of potential in the future for a card like Cherrim to get even better. Some other partners I considered are Kartana. So it has the false swipe attack. Flip a coin if heads, put damage counters on your opponent's active Pokemon until its remaining HP is 10. This could be used with your Cherrim to accelerate the energy to Kartana, and false swipe, just get it down in 1 turn and do it. Glimwood Tangle with Kartana to try to flip that heads to get your opponent's remaining HP down to 10, and then probably pair it with some special condition like burn or poison to tick them down into a knockout between turns. And coincidentally, the other partner here is also a coin flip card that would go with Glimwood Tangle. It's Maractus with Powerful Needles. For Grass Colorless, you do 60, flip a coin for each energy attached to this Pokemon, and you do 60 damage for each heads. And Maractus, I think, is just a natural partner for Cherrim. Now, since it is on a coin flip, I'm not sure how good that could be. But, you know, let's say you attach 8 energy to Maractus, and you flip just above average, you flip 5 heads, that's going to be 300 damage from a single press Pokemon, and that sounds pretty good to me. Of course, like I said, it's a coin flip, so it's not reliable. I can never see it passing tier 2 at its best potential just because it's based on a coin flip, but you do have Glimwood Tangle to help out cards like that. So that's all I have to say about Cherrim today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you are a patron, please do head on over to patreon.com/Celios Network and leave me some feedback on my recent post asking what cards do you want to see me do a spotlight video on, because I really enjoyed getting that feedback and it really motivated me to do this series. And if you're not a patron and you're considering becoming one, it's $3 a month to support my content and get premium content like my articles, Q&A videos, and the chance to influence some content like this video you saw today. As always, check out PotownStore.com. Use code Celio for 5% off on your PTCGO codes over there. Be sure to subscribe to this channel if you have not already for daily Pokemon TCG content. Leave a like, comment. Have a great day. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time here on Celios Network.